Thank you for inviting me to participate in this. I'm going to read 4 poems that are from my debut poetry collection, Focal Point, which is coming out this fall from Steel Toe Books. Point at which parallel waves converge and from which diverge. Researcher, prevention won't save my life, tweets a patient with metastatic cancer. I'm reminded of my mother. Why don't you want to study cancer? When I expressed interest in HIV. In the hospital, call from a professor. My mother clapping once, then silence. The roommate 30 years her senior, who called my voice lovely, who called my mother lucky, whom I resented because she outlived my mother. Nights at a microscope in a dark room where the lights turn off after 10, sitting too still, turning a knob just so to focus on the right field of cells. The 800 mice I've sacrificed this year, injecting cancer, harsh medicine into their soft, warm bodies, hating them for biting me, but understanding. Stroking their white fur in apology, covering cages with paper so they can't watch their sisters die. But I can, and I see my mother in those graying eyes I refuse to donate because how would she see? And I think how cruelly futile all this erratically focused empathy, how brutal to learn why I couldn't save what I couldn't save. First Spring, 2011. Everyone I love is dead or dying. The sun shines garishly bright. The ice is melting, things are growing, birds are fucking in the sky. It's too cold and too warm, and the earth keeps turning. Pink flowers burst from bare branches, too eager to last the spring. They look absurd, showing off as if beauty still matters. I want to tell them, stop wasting their sweetness. First Spring, 2020. The sun sets later each day, gilds evening light. Afraid to go outside, I'd forgotten there are seasons. But of course, the Earth's rotation is beholden not to our human systems. It's spring in San Francisco, and everywhere birds are chirping, flowers are blooming somewhere I can't see. But I can conjure the memory of pink petals lining sidewalks, bursting from branches so thin I wonder, can they teach us how to hold this weight? The light is so bright and cold. I remember this light, the dissonance of grief in the spring, a thing I conjure from my past and future. I try and forget to live in the present, in this body that is always 2 steps back. Outside my window, ivy climbs the yellow wall of the empty hostel, grows over and over one corner of its roof like a wild thing with no place to go. I imagine this ivy becoming airborne, blotting out the slice of blue sky, infiltrating the open window, entering my mouth open in astonishment. A knot blooms in my stomach, a bitterness bubbling up my throat. The last poem I'm going to read is called Contingencies. Everywhere, somewhere is burning, and it's too late to look back. I wake up in the dark, smell smoke so familiar I don't think twice. Some nights I wake with a start, Here, look at all these photos I haven't scanned. Clear my throat of dust again, these days inescapable. I imagine my lungs black like a chimney. Think of city haze so thick it could not be measured. The scale of these days beyond conceiving. How the ancients imagined us. What it means to be immeasurable. I want to move to the mountains and breathe, which is to say, I want to be anywhere but here. I would build myself a nest atop the tallest tree, say hello to the grizzlies and lost small birds. I would trace the stars' slow fire path into my palm, like a poem. Let this be enough. I would be the mountain and the stars, be that immovable and that transient. Thank you.